Hello, welcome back to Relics of the Past. I'm gathered with the usual gaggle of people, but in case you're new, here's the crew. We have Goblin,
Hello, Goblin and Jawbone here. He speaks for the two of us.
Boo,
Good evening. I am the Count.
Viking,
Michaeleen of Catalar, it's very nice to see you all again.
Siren,
Also known as Estrella. It's lovely to see you all again. Lots of things have been happening lately, haven't they?
along with our sibling characters who are played by Dare and Nate.
Wow, we couldn't even be introduced separately.
Because our
Kind of messed
DM
up,
has ADD squirrel brain.
but we can make it work.
Yes, we can.
I'm just covering my eyes and just letting the shit show fly by. Okay.
Be a night, people.
Who's,
It's gonna be a night.
who's missing?
No, we got everyone. And then, of course, myself, which is your level host, Salt the Kobold, who's the DM and guy running the general show.
And in need of a good tasering. And a cup of hot chocolate.
We all agree with this
Estrella.
statement.
I'll take the hot chocolate. Leave the 5,000-watt taser. Thank you.
You need a
Do
bit of
Do
a
not
Does
bodily
it
harm our
put it
DM,
away.
Estrella.
I'm not going to bodily harm him yet.
Can we buy her a taser?
I've got one downstairs.
When Salt really
I
annoys
give her
us, we can just
$20 every
we can
month.
click a
She
button
better
and it
use
just
that
sends her on the
No,
attack.
no. Don't buy a taser. Buy one of those cow prods. Don't
Buy a cattle
taser,
prod?
buy
I
one
give
of
you
those
20
cow
bucks a month.
prods.
You better save it for a taser.
Yeah, cattle prod.
I think a cow prod would be better because I want to be able. It gives me long distance and it also gives me the ability to run when he does.
At
try
that
and-
point, let's just get you one of the gun ones. What do you mean? Just
No,
Can we please play?
Okay.
No.
I'm
Enough doing this.
tired.
DM
Fine.
abuse. I cry out DM abuse.
not abuse if it's what everyone wants.
All right. Before any description, Jawbone immediately walks out and starts analyzing the surroundings.
We were gonna
Okay.
go to the bar and do some lore dumping.
Yep.
Okay, then.
Yes.
So, starting off, but I will try to mix in a bit of combat this session. So,
Can we get a
At the
recap
bar?
of last time?
okay, I shall paint the scene. So, last time when we left off Relics of the Past, the entire party basically got brought into the Mirage Chamber, which is down. I'm having a difficult time as is getting to the zone. Can you please just sit still for 5 seconds, Eiko?
I'm sorry, I was trying to adjust my camera.
Thank you.
Salt, just repeat
Are you done?
I guess.
When we last left off Relics of the Past, the entire party ended up the entire party was put through a test as of the Order of Aethor. So by Eris, I forgot her last name, but Eris Valheim. Thank you, Michaeleen. As a way, she was killing two birds with one stone. Evaluating in Michaeleen's party, but also doing his qualification exam to see if he still had his skills. He made improvements, but it's been a while since he worked or fought. He made the mistake of
Worked or fought in a big group.
yes, long time since he had done that. And in the fight, I ended up making the mistake of being aware of where your allies are, and nearly blew up Kain. But Eris, being the smart and cunning person she is, was able to take most of the explosion on herself instead of letting it hit Kain. But as of almost instinctually or automatically, mid stride, Michaeleen got his left leg took off at the knee.
Taken off.
Taken off at the knee by Abe.
Who instinctively
Shot your fucking leg off. Yes, I know.
A
Do
cheat.
you guys want to finish up the rest of the recap then?
We'll be cutting out this conversation, but it seems like you're having a bit of a hard time there, Matt. Or not Matt. Salt.
I am dealing with autism's currently kicking into high gear and stuff. A bunch of other things are playing in the back of my head, and I'm doing my best to remember a campaign session from like 2 weeks ago. So
Okay.
blame me.
Kain was sent to work with the mechanical side and the engineering side of the guild, while a reevaluation test was to be planned. Discourse has happened throughout the party, and we're kind of all at a bit of a, I'd say, semi-low point.
I
And
do
Abe
Kain and
level,
Estrella
yeah.
restored. Kain and Estrella restored Michaeleen's leg.
and we all kind of agreed that some team bonding is definitely needed.
It's gonna be hard considering Abe said he doesn't care about anybody.
Except Kain.
After getting chewed out by Eris for attacking a teammate, and particularly being emotional on the whole thing.
Which is an odd thing to say for Abe in particular.
Very strange indeed.
So, we come in and see our party sitting down at a table with some mugs of ale.
Yeah. I am going to say
Abe has a barrel.
Okay.
This is a
into
very easy sort of scene that can be driven by roleplay. Do you want us to kind of take a hold of it?
Okay. Let me set the scene.
Can I?
Okay. Can I at least paint like the broad strokes of the light scene of like what tavern and all that stuff, and then you guys can take it from there. Sound good?
Yeah.
So then, Michaeleen, after the whole situation, everyone collectively agreed you guys have to talk about some stuff. And either Abe or Kain decided or mentioned drinks would be rather nice. Ice, and you said, I know a spot. I know a little watering hole and stuff that serve have decent drinks. Inks. You went to the Hot Stone Tavern, which, as you guys walk in, there's a sign of a little stone that's been sitting in the sun with a lizard on top of it.
Lucy scrambles off of my back and up onto the stone with the fake lizard and thinks that it's a real lizard and like starts biting its neck. Lucy! No! That's not a real lizard!
Lucy, keep biting it. It's
You're hurting the lizard.
Oh my goodness.
All of
The
you
mute
Jabba just laughs at this.
Anyway. All of you collectively walk inside, and you guys walk. This place is toucher end of medium size, so it's not small, but it's a bit bigger than small, bit small, so in between those two. Oh, and you guys just go into like one of the collective corner booths, and drinks are brought. This place does serve a little bit of food, but not much. Again, bar snacks and simple things like that.
Bigger than the box. By the way, hold on. Who said they were drinking a whole barrel?
I said Abe would be because he processes alcohol very quickly.
Estrella is sipping on
Dra-
her third mocktail.
Yeah.
Jawbone sees the barrel and he's like, bet. He goes, gets his own. And he's chugging along.
At the same time, Abe will be covering everyone's tab for this, as well as ordering a lot of food for himself.
We're gonna eat everything they have.
Abe, can I ask you a question?
Sure, Michaeleen. What's going on?
I couldn't help but notice that a lot of the time you have a sort of a standoffishness to you. But that also entails that you don't show a lot of emotion, but back in the Mirage Chamber, you did something that had a lot of emotion behind it.
I know. And,
Would you care to talk about it?
well, for what it's worth, I do apologize.
Believe it or not, it's not the first time a part of my body was blown off and subsequently attached back.
I don't know that I want to know the answer, know the story behind that, but honestly, I'm still kind of curious. Maybe we'll talk about that another day.
It was just the last foot of my tail that got blown off.
Oh, to be honest, I thought it would have been the other direction. Okay.
What were you thinking?
Oh, what?
His
Nothing.
dick got blown
no,
off.
I swear, no, I
I might be an
I-
adventurous spirit,
I think he's
but I don't think that
Dave, are you okay?
Wait, is Eiko even with us?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
hello, I'm here
Yeah,
and I'm present. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm dead.
No, to explain my actions, I honestly can't really justify what happened in there. I didn't really think about it before it had already happened.
It was an instinctual thing. Your brother was hurt. You wanted to destroy or incapacitate the thing that hurt him. That's empathy for another person.
Yes, I'm the only person he actually cares about.
To be fully honest, that's almost entirely new for me. I've spent over the last 400 years almost completely alone. I've never really cared about anybody else.
Would you be open to the idea to try to, find someone, bond with someone?
Now, is
I
this,
tr-
is
above
this
board, above board.
jawbone?
I already tried.
I think that was Jawbone. It sounded like Jawbone
Yeah, it was
speaking.
that one.
That was Jawbone?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll cut that little bit of piece talking out. Well, Jawbone, I honestly I wouldn't be opposed to it, but at the same time, I can't justify it. I mean,
I understand. I understand.
I mean, as far as I can tell, you're a good-looking orc. Don't even have a face.
You just got to find you just gotta find yourself someone that sees beyond the lack of a face. See you for who you really are,
Sees that you can have multiple attachments.
Estrella, anything to say?
I can only vaguely understand, mostly given my backstory. Those who were close to you and friends and family were those who had something to gain from you. Michaeleen was the only genuine person I actually met and actually became friends with when I escaped. I'm used to manipulation. I can tell when people are manipulating others.
Did someone manipulate you back when you were, well, flesh, Abe? You said something about your parents doing experiments on you.
I mean, it was similar for Kain and I both. I mean, he can tell you. Hell, the way that we both look is because of them.
We weren't even 5 when the experiment started.
Our
That's
childhood
horrible.
Our childhood consisted mostly of the lab. Even before the experiment started, we were already being taught things.
But the fact,
Abe always took more to the science aspects better than I did. But
but to experiment on both of you so young, that's horrible.
Yeah,
well, Abe at least figured out that they were looking into immortality.
yeah, and it stopped when we turned 10, you know, because they fucking died.
Well, not just them.
Oh, yeah.
Abe's
the
body
whole
was
fucking city
destroyed.
died, actually.
I was sent to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, the pillar that we saw the other day, it's from one of the Great Five Pits. We were born before they fell.
Like, how long before? Holviti told me that they fell around 400 years ago.
We were about 10.
It was a little after our 10th birthday. That's when was it 10 or 9 when Mom and Dad gave us Rexy?
I think it was our 9th birthday that they gave us Rexy.
Yeah.
Rexy.
Is Rexy your dog?
He's a robotic
So pet?
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, he was a robot T-Rex. And it's complicated now, but he was like a
Oh,
childhood dog, I guess you could say.
he was our pet. He was about 5 feet
Aw.
tall, but he was our pet.
Oh my.
Adorable biter.
Emphasis
I
on the
don't
biter.
wish to. I don't wish to pry with asking, but I'm sure this caused a lot of resentment towards your parents. Would you say?
Well, at
I wouldn't.
first, yes, I will say. I don't know about Kain.
I didn't hold resentment because I was too worried about trying to survive. I didn't have time for resentment.
I held resentment for maybe the first 10 years. After that, I understood. It kind of
But you
happens when
don't.
you're surrounded by their research.
But you don't justify their actions, do you? Because what they did to the two of you—that's horrible. The only like
Oh,
if
the
you
very first experiment started before we were even born.
still, even if
They,
you are inside your mother's womb cooking, and they decide to do things to you like that, that's horrible.
I
We
mean,
didn't know any better. We didn't know the difference.
I don't
But you were innocent.
justify what they did,
I would
but at
hope
the same
not.
time, look who we are. We're over 400 years old. We've lived longer than any other human should have. We are able to see things that no other human has been able to. We're able to do things that no other human has been able to. I, for one, am grateful, even I'd say.
Hmm.
At the same time, we were separated from 10 years old until, what was it, about 25 years ago?
Around there.
So for
No. 20.
20, it blends up right now. But for the
I came out of
last,
the shadow realm looking like a 15-year-old.
Oh my
But for
goodness.
me,
I still,
well, a lot more time passed than 15 years.
I still remember the moment you came out the portal. Instantly tried to kill me.
Yeah, habits are kind of hard to break.
It also didn't help that I was 20 feet tall.
Well,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
glad.
that's right. You used to be able to change your body around.
Well, things
The amulet.
things are a bit different when you're by yourself for 400 years. And for over 200 of those, you're trying to fight to survive. I kind of designed my body to withstand things, and
He was built for experiments and survival.
killing specifically.
He was a massive, like, amalgamation, multiple arms, and
Wait, where did you say that you came from?
I mean, you guys wouldn't know the city by name.
But the general region that you're from.
Right
are you talking about the lab we came out of, or the actual city?
The region where the landmass.
where the
The
Encore
the
Reef used to be?
landmass. I don't know why I went into this voice. The
Where the
landmass.
Where the Encore Reef used to be. That was our home.
You're the giant metal monster?
I am. I'm the one that terrorized the dragon. What was it? Dragon something.
The dragon branch of the order.
Yeah, that
the
one.
dragon's chapter.
I apparently had a bounty on my head. Quite a sizable one for a long time.
Did we leave that body there?
Unfortunately, I left a lot there. They may still be trying to get into the old lab.
They're not going to be able to get in there, though.
I don't think I I don't think I disarmed any of the traps.
I'm still trying to comprehend how a parent would do that to their child. Now, I by no means would I consider myself a good parent, but for what your parents have done to you, oh my.
I mean, but out of it, I got a whole nother family.
And I got strength.
At this cue, I'll just like show the scales appear on my arm from my dad, and his eye will form, and just I can communicate with them now.
I'm glad you found a new one.
Question for the two of you.
What is it, Joban?
So you've been after living for so long, going through so many experiences. Is there anything that you genuinely appreciate? However, from living this long life, even with all that pain.
I don't know how to properly answer that.
You never would have met us if not.
I appreciate having proper food in this world. You don't understand eating the shit in that realm for 200 years. Nah,
Was there plant life there?
Raise my barrel to that.
barely. Like the plant life tried to kill you half the time.
Oh, fun.
Salt, can I fiddle with a illusion spell?
I'll allow you to use your goo to kind of make a rough recreations of the shit you had to deal with.
Well, no, I'm actually like using an illusion spell, but can I like make it like
Sort of like a TV screen.
Or like a kind of like
a hollow
surrounding us.
table? Yeah, like
Oh.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll allow that.
So
Like a ghost
Kain
hologram thing.
Kane's eyes are gonna glow as he starts summoning a shadow around everybody to give them a taste of what the shadow realm is like. So the shadow encloses everyone, and around is just dark sky, barren ground, and just a bright moon. There is no sun that you see.
Question for the DM. Would my tattoo in this sort of shadowy area sort of have a negative reaction?
Your tattoo. Okay. I'm just saying this and stuff so you can get an idea. The tattoo knows it's an illusion stuff. Just both it and you kind of are rubbed the wrong way with the from what you're seeing.
I don't like this place.
Now, Abe has seen a lot more of this place than you guys have. I've shown him more, mainly due to his own curiosity.
It honestly reminds me of some of the nightmares I had.
Well,
reminds me of the bottom of the ocean.
If you think it's scary now, wait till you see these. A giant, maybe 50-foot tall, gangly... Salt, you still got that picture?
Gangly mother trucker.
Oh, I know exactly what you speak of.
Like Orphan of Cause looking mother.
I don't know what that is.
I infected you.
Ah, fuck. I'm doing too much shit as once. Ah.
Soon.
Give me 5 seconds.
Mulled wine.
Sis, can you stop fantasizing about
Fantasizing.
Excuse me.
I can't help it. World Market is coming. Hopefully our days off sync up.
What?
Yep.
It's a very special store that has food from all over the world. I got mulled wine there one time, and I also got some Italian wine there. The reason why I bought the Italian wine was because the bottle was shaped like a fish. I saw it and I'm like, I need this. I don't know why, but I need it.
There.
Okay.
I posted it in the VC chat. Please still try to describe it.
Oh.
A gangly monster of just grotesque proportions. Claws sharper than most blades you'll see. But his eyes glowed an eerie blue and just... I fought this thing for probably 50 years. On estimate. In that realm, I was over the first 100 years, I became a lot more powerful than I am now. A lot of my powers were removed when Abe pulled me through.
Sorry, not sorry.
But
Jawbone is just like his.
Should we all roll to see if we're scared shitless?
If
it goes without saying, Estrella is. She's kind of
Wisdom save for those who want to make it.
Well, Abe and I have both already seen it. I've lived against it. I don't have to roll. Abe has seen it, but
That is
that's
a
I got
15
16.
for
Estrella's
Michaeleen,
turned her back to the rest of the gang, and she's
and
currently
wisdom saving throw.
she's wrapped up in her
That's a
wings.
natural 20, baby.
15,
Nat 20.
Dirty 17.
Okay, so
16.
Eiko wouldn't be, Salt wouldn't be.
Echo's like, it's beautiful.
I think Jawbone with 16 would probably be a little uneased, right? Salt.
Yeah. I mean, John's
Michaeleen got a
already
dirty
next week.
17.
So yeah.
And Estrella is currently wrapped up in her own wings, shivering. She's turned her back to the rest of the group, and yeah, she's definitely frightened.
Kain, I think that's enough.
oh, I can't show them what I looked like in the world.
She's
Kain.
she's scared. Chirps are leaving her lips a little
Oh,
bit.
Dare's frozen.
You can still
Boo,
hear me,
your
right?
mic's doing the thing again.
Of course it is. One moment.
And I'm back. That was weird.
We're waiting on Boo to come back, but I just want to give him a little peek as to what I looked like in this world.
I really like. Abe is going to show a little bit of empathy here. Kain,
He's learning empathy?
Kain, Estrella is literally hiding in her wings. I think that's enough for now.
All right, well, just okay. So as the shadows start to close, in front of you is just a white-faced horned demon of black and red aura, and it closes.
Well, I'm not sleeping for another 2 nights.
Oh, join the
I've
club.
seen worse. I've seen worse.
Can I get a second barrel to forget about all this?
2 more just got set
Rocky.
next to the table.
We're going to need more drinks.
Oi! What was all that about? I just saw your shadows come up and swallow you whole and just sit there for the last 10 minutes. What on earth was going on in there?
I'm gonna be a dick. I'm gonna push the spell around him so he can watch it.
No.
Harsh.
5 seconds later,
This dude works a 9 to 5, and you're just fucking with his day.
he comes back. He
Good
is
job on just
haunted looking, like bags under his eyes, like shivering.
He saw the entirety. Like I didn't hold it back. Like I
He
showed
just-
him that.
he
I showed
turns
him
around.
me.
He just lays down under the bar and starts silently weeping.
Well, guys, the bar's now
Like he
fucking
just-
closed. Thanks, Kain.
He asked.
He's got the face like someone who just saw God.
Pale face, bags under the
He's
eyes,
like-
sweaty, pit
Well-
stains, and all that.
I really want to get theological because I feel like their reaction would have been more someone seeing the devil.
Looks over the counter.
More likely. You're right.
He forgot to wear the brown pants.
All y'all,
didn't matter.
move on.
His pants turned brown after that.
Let's
Um,
move on.
Anyway,
Move on.
you're lucky. I got this barrel before you scare the shit out of him. Anyway, yeah, chugging along.
Estrella
Kain-
asks a waitress for a straw, and she's like, "Can I have some of your barrel, please?"
Absolutely.
She takes her straw. She takes straw, and she just sticks the straw through the hole that he was drinking from. It's just like sip, 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 sip. She's basically turning into a hummingbird.
Kain definitely
Still
saw
wrapped
some
up in her
horrors.
feathers. Still wrapped up in her feathers. Very much uncomfortable. Very scared.
Oh, you should see all the other shit I killed in that world.
No, Kain. No, Kain.
No, please.
I
Jesus.
do.
I didn't think
I
I'd see
wanna
any of
ask-
those things again. Sip, 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 sip,
Estrella,
sip.
Estrella, do you need a hug? Do you need,
I need
Estrella,
a
do
hug.
you need a hug or something?
Hold
You
on.
look-
Kane's gonna look at her, his eyes still glowing because they haven't stopped for some reason. The same glow that came out of the white mask, and looks at her. Do you need a hug?
takes a breath. Takes a breath from sipping from the barrel. I need a lot of things at this point, and a lot of those things I'm not going to get. So I'm going to possibly drink myself into a drunken
Like
stupor.
therapy.
Therapy doesn't exist in this world. Therapy is monster hunting.
There is
It-
no amount of therapy that
There
could
is
fix
therapy.
everything
You
that
just have
I've
to go
been
to a
through.
big city for it.
There's no amount of therapy that I think could
Cuddle
fix
is a big city.
of unfixable.
I do want to ask though, Abe,
Sips like
how you claim you feel nothing except for your brother Kain? Then why even bother with us, if that's the case? I hate to sound persecutory, like I'm just curious is all.
I understand where you're coming from. And not to steal a bit from somebody else, but Abe's like visor is gonna like light up and just project kind of what he sees. What the fuck is going on here?
Everyone's waggling their fingers. Do I need to sneak up behind Liam and start waggling my fingers?
No, I think we're okay. Abe's gonna like
Sure.
project a couple
It is
images
like-
from what he'd seen before, which is complete. Like, it's just like a viewpoint of a giant empty room. There's research everywhere, but not a single other living person.
Is there a Noto prototype in the corner?
No,
This is before Noto.
this is what I lived around for about 200 years. And
You were trapped in a room for 200 years?
I was
That-
trapped underground for 200 years.
Like a cicada, how did you survive?
I was fully mechanical. I didn't need food, drink, sleep, nothing.
But still,
Here's where you might want to
metal-
insert a little bit of your what you wrote.
metal rusts, doesn't it?
Metal rusts, but at the same time, metal can be replaced. As the viewpoint is gonna shift to like a viewpoint of an arm, and literally ripping it off, like a really like just like an old like broken down arm, and ripping it off completely, and holding up a newer arm and reattaching it.
And Estrella kind of looks away again, taking some more sips from the barrel. Dad,
Sip, 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 sip,
At
sip,
the
sip,
time,
sip.
I
Man,
was,
how do you do this?
she's a hummingbird.
at the time I
Look.
was completely just parts, and parts can always be replaced. The only issue is that when I first decided to step outside, the viewpoint's gonna shift to like hands picking up rocks and throwing them aside as daylight slowly breaks
Through stone and rubble.
through stone and rubble. And then in the daylight, you can see adventurers there that instantly get aggressive and start charging with weapons. The first thing I had seen of humanity in 200 years. Tried to kill me.
Those aren't exactly humans, are they?
No. I didn't even know humans didn't exist at this point. Or, if they did, they were very few and far between.
Hmm.
Just the first living people that I had interacted with. Their first instinct was to try and kill me. And then it goes through like a montage of ripping people apart. And more people showing up to try and kill him. And then underground, people coming in to try and assault him and just ripping through them like paper.
Estrella, she looks away and she's actually crying.
This was my life. For the other 200 years. a fight for survival as people constantly tried to come and kill me. Meanwhile, all I wanted was my brother back. So no, Eiko. My empathy died a long, long time ago. However, I met Michaeleen and Estrella and saw how they interacted with us. And I recognized the empathy and emotions that they had. All I wanted was that back. So your question about why I bother with this is because it is true that right now I don't have much emotions. And I don't care very much about people or living beings in general. But that doesn't mean I don't want to.
Then how would you explain what you and Kain do to me?
For me,
Is
that's
that
just instinct.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, and I'll be the first one to admit it. My brother is kind of an asshole. And he's a bit of a
Kinda?
bully. I will admit that I get caught up in the shenanigans sometimes and participate, and I deeply apologize. But your interactions with Kain,
Then what does that apology mean then?
have given me more insight into emotion, in anger and rage.
I don't think you've seen real emotion, I guess, from me other than being annoyed.
Well, maybe that's what it is instead.
It's a learning experience.
You haven't seen my anger. Not particularly anything I want to share with anybody, I can tell you that.
Given where I came from, a lot of people are surprised that I have empathy. That was the one thing I clinged on to for dear life, because when I realized what was happening to me and what my found family was really like, I don't want anyone else to experience the things that I've had to experience. And I still harbor regret because I thought I was genuinely being cared for. I thought I had found a family that loved me. In reality, they were just using me to gain things. I was manipulated, and I still often curse myself for allowing myself to be manipulated, even if I was just a child.
Sorry you had to go through all that.
I'm
Screw them for them doing
guilty.
that to you.
Putting my family through things similar to that, I suppose.
Eiko, I've heard of the scourge of Fujitaro, but I have not really heard many of the things that you allegedly did.
All those things don't compare to the worst thing that I've done.
Do you regret it, though? The things you've done.
Of course, I regret a lot of things. The one thing I truly do regret, though, I destroyed my family.
Orviti said that there were monsters that walked around in men's flesh. But at the same time, those same monsters could find themselves becoming truly men again if they truly regretted their actions. I think you were at one point a monster, Eiko.
Still am. I still am. A remorseful monster, yes, but a monster nonetheless. I own up to what I've done. What I've done can't be well undone.
But you regret it, though.
And that's the
I
first
can't
step.
change it.
You
You may
can't
not be
change
able-
it, but you do regret it. That
You
means
may
you
not-
have a conscience and a heart.
And you may
One
not be
thing I regret the most was driving my daughter away. I think you all have heard me speak of that before. If not, well, she was gonna get married. We had a kid before marriage with some hooligan. I didn't know. Was furious. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Let's hope that you
I'm a
get to.
terrible father.
I do hope you get to see your family once again someday. Create
I
new
hope my
memories.
family never has to see me. I don't think I could see them, and I wouldn't want them to see me and to think about what I did.
So, you're saying it'd be better if they never saw you again?
It hurts to say it, and it hurts to hear it, but yes.
You could see them again if you choose to be a different person. If you choose to put the man who you were behind you, to let them see the man who you became.
To show them that you've changed.
You may not be able to change the past.
Open up.
Should I just start from the beginning or I don't know.
Start from the beginning. Let Estrella toss her bid in.
All right. I guess the worst thing that I truly regret is being the reason, or more or less, the thing that tore my family apart. You see, my daughter was seeing a gentleman whom I didn't know, whom I didn't approve of. And they were to have a child. They wanted to be wed. I drove them away. I was furious. I haven't seen her for what feels like a long time.
Do robot too?
I don't think they'd want to see me.
Well, you never know unless, you ask.
I mean,
Maybe
I
if you
wouldn't.
apologize.
I wouldn't want them to see me. I don't particularly want to. What I did was horrible, and I wouldn't want to bring them to think about it.
Do you know where they are?
Can you stop
I don't know
popping,
where
please?
my daughter is.
Eiko, could you repeat that last part?
No, I don't know. I don't know where my daughter is.
If we find out, the least you could do is send them a letter. Tell them that you are a changed man, and that
I wouldn't
you are
want to put them
sorry.
through that.
Well,
I
Speaking
know.
from a child that has lost their parents due to things, even if you don't think they'd want to, you should at least give them that choice.
and at least you would know whether they want
I'd
to leave
rather
you.
they hate me, villainize me, have some kind of outlet to pour their frustration out onto. I'd rather be blamed than to put them those memories again.
Well, even if they don't know, wouldn't you like to know whether they're alive or not? I could have a robot follow them discreetly.
I'm sure they're alive. I'm sure she's alive. I've brought this up before, but by now I think I'm a grandfather. Guess what I especially dread would be seeing the product of why I exploded. I don't think I could face it. It scares me. I'd rather have them move on and escape the past rather than it coming to haunt them. I don't want to haunt them.
But you're not the past. You're not the person that you used to be. You may not be able to fix it, but you can learn from those mistakes.
I
And
did.
but let me finish. The thing that you can change is how you move forward. And they may forgive you, but that's up to them. That's their choice. And if personally, if I were them and I truly believed that you were genuine, I'd be willing to give you a second chance.
They wouldn't have reason to believe that I would be genuine after what I did. I want them to carry on and just forget about me like a bad memory. I want them to move on from me. They shouldn't have to welcome me back into their life after everything I've done. And I
But what if they
don't
want
think
to?
You can't know that they don't want that. You
Exactly.
can't know that after however long, your daughter doesn't regret the things that she said to you in turn. Remember, you may have hurt them, but they hurt you in turn. How
A
do you think
double-edged
they
sword.
must feel, knowing that they went behind your back, knowing that They didn't give you the opportunity to know the man. Do you think that they have that same regret? I know you probably did worse things, but they must still have regrets of their own.
I like to think at the end of the day, everyone has regrets. Regrets for things they did, things that they didn't do that they probably should have. I know I have lots of regrets. But at the end of the day, we can't let our regrets and memories of the past and who we were, we can't let those hold us back. We can't live in them forever.
I'd rather bear that pain and have them move on from me than have to come back into their lives and to cause it all over again.
I don't think you would cause it all over again. I said it before and I'll say it again, you're not the person that you used to be. All of us, in one way or another, I like to think have changed in some way. And the thing about change is it's not easy. Nothing worth having is easy to gain. But that makes it all the more special and all the more miraculous.
I mean, hell, look at the bunch of us. None of us really have a place to belong. We've got the twins out of time. Michaeleen quite literally doesn't have anybody else to go to other than
The Order.
the Order. Eiko has no family that he believes wants to see him again. Jawbone is a beast among his own people. And Estrella.
I have family, they just don't want nothing to do with me.
See?
Didn't
Nowhere
we
to belong.
fake your death so you could get away from them?
No, the family on my father's side. My birth father.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
those ones.
technically your death was still faked, so they probably think you're dead too.
Probably. Though
Which
I'm pretty sure
means
they... Which means...
The only one who has a family is Jawbone.
Yeah, but they're not going to be at home forever. They're all grown up. They will leave. A lot of them have left already.
the way I see it, and this is ironic coming from the one with no empathy, but we are essentially each other's family now.
For someone who claims not to have empathy, that does sound pretty empathetic.
I'll drink to that.
Ironic.
Kane's gonna go jokingly see if Abe's sick, knowing he can't get sick.
Oh, fuck off.
He's worried about you. Let him worry.
Not actually work.
All I'm saying is that none of us have anybody to look out for us right now. We each may as well do it for the other.
Hey,
All we have.
hey.
Yes, Jawbone?
He's
I'm like, hey, agree. Like,
I think
Urgh!
I'm gonna say this right now. Abe's gonna pull out a knife and he's going to lay out a cup in the center of the table.
Empty wine glass.
That works. I'm gonna say this right now. As he takes the knife. Hold on.
I don't think that's sanitary or very necessary.
It's not. It's
As he
it's
takes
very
the knife,
necessary.
Abe is going to
What are
go
you doing?
and slice his hand open as a golden
Okay.
ichor starts to flow out of his hand, and he's
Oh my
going to drip it
goodness.
into the cup.
Are you
We
going
don't
to
have any
drink
family.
that?
If we don't have any family right now, let's make a blood oath and be each other's.
Can I do it with my own weapon to reduce the chances of infection?
I wasn't going to let you use my knife.
I
Perfect.
don't know how this is gonna work.
Above board, Jawbone is suddenly way more intelligent.
Yes, and I think that's the point. Jawbone's not supposed to be an idiot.
Do we want my blood
Just-
mixed in
just-
this?
I think that if
spit it
Kane's
for-
blood gets added in last, the entire amalgam of everyone's blood together will just spawn a new creature.
Yes.
Spawn up.
Maybe.
That would
All
be
right,
fun.
everyone, put your fucking blood in the
Because-
dish.
Because
That
Abe's
spawns
blood is a
our
golden
new-
ichor.
It
Can you
spawns
turn
our
it-
brand
can you
new
spell
party mascot.
It's
That's
our
what I was
child.
gonna say. Yeah. Spawns a
It's
little
our
like
child.
homunculus thingy that follows along.
It's a little bird.
Speaking of which, where's Pixie?
On the ship. On the ship. With Ben.
Where-
We've essentially forgotten about her.
I would
Pixie's
like
on
to
the boat with
describe-
Bins. So, anyways.
We
Abe
have
is-
a
Abe
lot
is
of
going-
NPCs that have kind of just been on the back burner.
Yeah.
Abe, you squeeze the golden ichor into the wine glass.
And then Abe is going to pass it on to the next person.
I'm gonna
I'll
say
go last.
I'm gonna say that the cup is collectively inside a person that everyone can collectively reach in their own way.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going
You
last.
know what? Whatever. I'll go now. I'm gonna.
Oh my gosh, if they made a
Hold
little
on,
griffin,
Wait,
because
hold on. I want to be like.
Michaeleen and
Oil.
Estrella.
Guys, focus.
That's it, Estrella. Sorry.
It's okay. Estrella takes her dagger and she slits open 3 of her fingertips, and
Why 3?
3's a good number.
Three's a
Don't you
magic
have
number.
fairy tales, Michaeleen?
I said that above board, not in Michaeleen's voice.
Yeah, well, again, 3 is a good number. From fairy tale rule of 3.
She's not wrong.
Right.
Wait, hold on.
Michaeleen's going to take his thumb and just bite it with his sharp feline canine and just
Fairy tale.
Oh, I should have done that.
Eiko opens his hand and runs it against the edge of his horn. A large streak is in his hand. You can see this bluish blood starts seeping out, and he
So what
just
you're
just
What you're saying is, Eiko is an improvised weapon now.
Let's not
Jawbone
get
can pick up
ideas
the old
there.
man and
Hold on,
squish
wait a
him
minute, hold
around.
on, wait a minute, hold on.
If you use Eiko as a weapon, he will fucking kill you.
Eiko, what do you
After that big heart to heart,
After
Jawbone's
this
trying to
big
say
heart to
something.
heart, honestly, I don't think we should be using each other as a weapon.
Hey, if
Um,
Eiko dies and his body's there,
NPCs are fair game for improvised weapons.
That's not...
Eiko, do you mind using you as a fucking battering ram?
Rex, use your head! I don't like using my head!
oh,
Ow!
it's fragile. It's fragile. It's a horn.
It's
It's
like-
not.
it's like obsidian.
It
Yeah.
conducts electricity from the storms for me to breathe out from my mouth. It's like a lightning rod.
That's very fun. So I think
Did I pull my
everyone's...
blood already?
Nate, you're the only one left.
Yeah. So
All right.
Kane's turn.
Create the homunculus.
Kane's arm is going to shapeshift into a massive claw and just gash his arm because he doesn't know otherwise, and it's just going to heal anyways. Trying to get as much as he can to actually go in the cup before the parasite tries to collect it.
That's a lot.
I put in like maybe 5 drops of mine. You don't need that much.
You don't understand as the
Okay.
parasite comes out and tries to like bring it back.
Yeah, collect it.
Okay, can I come
That
in now?
smells
Can I have a
awful.
turn now, please?
Sure.
Okay.
But my
so-
blood is like an oozing black
Let me finish,
fluid.
So,
Venom.
I'm sorry, it's my turn to fucking have a thing. I haven't been able to play all damn day night. So,
You're the DM. You don't play.
But DMing is like playing.
anyway, so as Kain gashes his arm to get as much blood out, everyone collectively see drops of blood or pull out. But the black ooze almost like reaches out and grabs them back. But one drop hits the cup before a tendril can reach out and grab it. Your guys' bloods, all the different shades and colors of it begin mixing and churning in before your very eyes. As you visibly see it turn from a thin liquid form of blood to almost this thick gel or ooze. As the blood churns and whiffs around the glass, you all see golden ichor kind of swirl throughout as well. Then all of a sudden you see it float up out of the physical cup and kind of float above you, like droplets kind of pulling out and then coming back in. Then all of a sudden, it just turns into a crystal and just backs into the cup.
Is anyone else confused as to what has just going on?
Kane's gonna pick it up.
We just make.
You know what? I think that sobered me up pretty good. I think I'm down for more barrel.
Hey, my straw! You swallowed my straw!
I didn't swallow it. It's over. I'll get you a new straw.
Wait. So that's what happens inside my kidneys.
Oh god.
Kidney stone.
Oh god.
I wonder.
No.
You're the one who wanted that to end, didn't you?
Abe's going to reach into the cup.
Okay. Because you're the one who brought it up, you have to roll to see if you get a kidney stone later.
Oh, we gotta roll.
God.
Was that a con save?
Estrella is looking at the crystal. She says, I wonder. I read a book about a creature that was hatched from an egg that doesn't normally hatch from an egg.
I'll carry it.
What happened here?
I'll carry it. I could carry it in a little pouch of
I don't
parasite.
think this is anything from the book I've ever read.
I don't think it's an egg.
Okay. I have a question. Who reaches for the crystal?
I said I was grabbing it at the very as soon as it formed. I was like, I'm gonna pick this up.
Okay. You reach towards hand from it. You manage to maybe move 4 or 5 inches of that direction. Then every muscle and fiber in your body and stuff tenses as if the parasite itself is trying to keep your hand away from it.
I'm just gonna keep going.
No, the parasite stops you.
Strength check.
Strength check.
Taking her handkerchief, Estrella reaches over to pick up the crystal.
Does Michaeleen's tattoo sort of give him like a bad vibe going on?
For you at least, it's a confused, good, bad, just
I got a 21, Salt.
fail. You try to push front and stuff, tendrils shoot up from your elbow and back of your bicep and stuff, grabbing onto the seat behind you, physically pulling your arm backwards. No!
Oh, wait! Why didn't I think of this? Mom, what the fuck is that?
Abe's gonna reach forward and pick it up.
For you at least,
Barkeep is thinking of all this.
Barkeep's still under the bar,
he's still
just
crying.
He's still crying
They're
underneath
still
the Barkeep.
Kain fucked him up, man. He was just a
Dude's
regular
gonna have
barkeep.
PTSD for the rest of his life.
Barkeep is still like.
And he's a D&D barkeep. He's seen shit. That is some shit that made him weep.
Think like Eldritch horror level of shit.
I fuck Cthulhu. Good.
No. Salt, what were you saying about
It's
me reaching for it?
It's Azathoth, the sleeping bastard god in the middle of the in the Milky Way.
Okay.
Anyway, what's Abe's reaction to picking up the thing?
There you go, like that. Okay, Abe, you reach out towards this thing, and your sense of feeling, you touch, you kind of get you get much closer to it than Kain did, but your fingertip, like your pointer finger, is maybe about 2-3 inches away, about making contact. All of a sudden, you get a chill from the tip of your finger all the way up through your shoulder and down your spine. And that's a completely new sensation you have not felt before.
What the fuck?
Estrella was gonna put her handkerchief over and try picking it up.
Estrella, as you try to toss your handkerchief over it, you see that the handkerchief visibly doesn't even touch it. That there's almost a small aura around it. Like it comes to a point like that, but it's covering like that.
Huh. How interesting.
Maybe now would be a good time for me to try and communicate with the mother.
Okay.
I'm
Roll me
Can
Arcana on that.
I
Hold on, Eiko
can
wants to do something.
I use? Sorry, I'll let you go first with contacting Mum.
I was about to
So-
ask too.
You
Yes?
guys do what you got to do before that, because maybe Salt
Oh.
will give us a fucking explanation.
Oh, I can. I'm gonna try and. So, can I use Mage Hand?
I was just about to do that same thing.
Aiko's gonna reach out and use Mage Hand to pick it up.
Oh, could I? Hmm.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna reach out with
Mage
my
hand.
very delicate magical hand
Okay.
and wiggle my fingers before gently wrapping my index finger and thumb around it while I slowly lift it up from
Okay.
the wine glass closer to one of my eyes. I close my right eye and gaze at it with my left to get a better look at whatever the fuck it is.
Okay. I'll say that happens. Mage hand successfully gets it, but for you at least, typically mage hand and stuff, when you use it, you physically don't feel what the hand feels. For you, you feel it like you're actually grabbing it with your own hand. I mean that.
What?
As you bring it closer, at least, roll me a perception check,
Perception.
particularly on listening.
Perception is. Alright, cool. That is a 18.
For your character, you kind of bring it closer, but as you do, all of a sudden, like the back of your hearing and stuff, like the back of your ears, you start hearing just a little, like a high pitched hum of like magic or something else.
Now's a good time to try and ask her before we
As-
end up getting some voodoo bad juju.
So
It's-
as you contact mother, you see. So
Well, hold
How
on.
do you
So
do
I gotta hold out my arm. The shadows are going to form say a primordial ooze puddle for her body shape to take form. Just out of my arm, just. And she's gonna poke her head out and shit.
okay, I'm gonna say it's kind of a degree of the genie thing. So basically, the puddle hits, this tendril kind of pokes up, kind of pokes up at least, and two arms kind of poke out as she kind of appears there. Yes? Why do you call me Belloc?
We did a thing, and now that exists.
Most interesting specimen, some form of crystallized. I can hear it.
We took an orc's blood, a harpy's blood, right, Estrella? You're a harpy?
Yes, I'm a hoppy. I'm a canary hoppy.
Tabaxi, a dragonborn, an orc, my blood, and a golden ichor.
We made
It's like
a
a hum.
blood oath.
And it turned into that.
It's
Really
humming.
pretty.
It's our child.
I'll
It
give
won't
you
let
like
it
that.
won't let me touch it. It won't let,
Jawbone, I know for a fact you know how a child is made. I'm
and that
pretty
is not how a
different.
child is made.
But it could be. It could hatch like an egg. Since
Is it a
could be
child?
I don't want to
It's an
think
egg.
about what is made of our blood.
Imagine if it just
Join you in
brings
your
the ooze
laboratory
to this
waste
world.
log.
It's just the spawn of the ooze in our world.
As
Beautiful.
the mother, and that's the name of the character, Mother, looks at it, I have no recollection of it. I know of your power, and it's great, but I have no clue. But you said Iker was involved?
Ichor, orc's blood, tabaxi
Yes,
blood, harpy blood.
I understand their bloods were used, but you said Iker, like the blood of the gods.
Huh.
Do you mean my blood?
Does he still have a scar? That open wound?
One moment. I'm gonna be right back.
As for you, at least, Abe, ever with your first transformation, when you bled normally, like a very thick, pitch black
Oil.
oil. Then it slightly turned red, but then now it's golden and glows slightly. Your blood has shifted dramatically, so, and for the first few seconds, the cut doesn't automatically heal for once. But then a few moments later, the plates and stuff in your palm proceed to just shut the seam, and then almost as the ooze leftover ichor that's over the top almost kind of like goes from one edge to the other, and then seeps back in at the final little seam, and there's like no cut whatsoever. Like you don't even see like a line there, like it never even happened.
Is the stone relatively this big?
Um,
I would
the
put it more
stone-
around this.
The stone itself is more like that. So, but as the mother will simply put, I have no with the introduction. Ichor is a very dangerous substance, but when mixed with items or consumed directly, the outcomes are unknown.
All right, Abe,
Gods have
cut the hand. I'm drinking some of it.
No.
No, Abe.
I
I
don't
will-
think it's a
You
good
need to
idea.
do.
Belloc,
You need to
do not, as your mother, I would not allow you to do that.
Abe, I would love to go with you to your laboratory to study whatever this is. It's remarkable. I can hear it. It's producing.
I mean, we can
some
always
form
do the
of-
experiment again.
Oh,
We could do
Abe,
it.
Abe should just put some more of his blood in a cup, and I'm gonna do it again.
Just do it here. I don't think the bar. I mean, we all know the barkeep doesn't mind. We'll just do it here.
Barkeep is just catatonic at this point.
No.
He's run
Okay.
out of tears.
Okay, the barkeep is behind the bar at the moment and stuff, weeping. But
It's
I would
just
say
like
all the collective maids and stuff, you guys are basically the only people in here at the moment. So all the barmaids and stuff are kind of like hiding behind like the furniture and kind of just staying the fuck away from you guys.
Michaeleen
They're
is
like,
probably
"What did
never
you do?"
going to go to this restaurant ever again because of the shit that his party pulled. I frequented this place a lot and I liked it here. Can't go here anymore.
Our table will be forever like nicknamed in infamy the blood table. No one touches it.
The blood table.
How about we do the experimenting on the ship? I'm going to heal the barkeep. I'm going to give him an extra tip for all that we've put him through, and I think it would be best if we found some shelter for the night.
I'll give him a tip. Don't ask next time, buddy.
Abe's
right.
like still looking at his hand where the hand that he cut.
Tomorrow-
I'm definitely gonna have to look into this more.
May I join you?
We should
I
bed
to
down.
study values.
We should bed down for tonight. Eris wants to have another assessment for everyone aside from me and Abe.
Second that.
I think she's going to be most likely
I
disappointed in me.
suppose.
I'm a healer.
I think it's best that I don't have
I
another
don't know
exam.
Also,
You
Estrella.
do. Daryl already accepted you as an iron rank.
I meant for the combat.
Right.
Also,
With
Estrella.
with this new discovery, I have no idea what'll happen if I bleed.
Estrella goes and she casts healing touch on Abe's hand.
Healing touch has no effect, and you feel almost the divine energy that you normally feel when you feel and stuff. You get a very similar feeling to it from Abe, but it's different.
Can I try cure wounds?
I think his hand already healed by itself.
Yeah, it already healed, but
Oh.
yeah, it already healed automatically,
appreciate the
very
thought, though.
weirdly.
All right, let's go do experiments.
I love the pursuit of science.
Above board says the man who had several experiments done on him by Kain.
We also forget sometimes Eiko has 20 intelligence. He also loves this shit.
True.
Okay,
Oh, we
Jawbones
have-
is looking away. He's absolutely disgusted by the blood.
Jawbone's just sitting there like,
No, fuck it. Jawbone. I need someone to roll me percentile for Jawbone and stuff.
I can roll percentile.
I can.
He can roll it.
Percentile.
Percentile. It's the details.
Oh yeah.
74.
Okay. Hey. Jawbone does not gain hemophobia.
Does
That
not
would
gain
suck.
homophobia.
As a hunter, that would suck.
In our whole line of work, that would suck.
It's not even as much that it's blood. It's the fact that it's a creature made out of it.
It's a crystal
Well,
at this point. We don't know.
Well,
What
no,
it's
we
gonna
don't
be.
know
Is
that it's
inside
gonna
of the
turn into a
crystal just a
creature.
liquid? Is inside of the crystal a liquid or a solid?
Has anyone I forgot what it's called, but did the candlelight test?
I've been looking up to it with his eye, like,
looking up through it at a light source.
I'd say so. Yeah.
There's an embryo in there.
No.
We're going to be parents.
Yes. This kid is gonna have an interesting childhood. Be like, which one of you are my parents? All of
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna destroy another family again.
No, you're not.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Technically, what did? Hold on.
Somebody I
Hold
don't
on.
know.
What,
I'm
what
going to banish it.
You're not going to.
Okay.
What are the parents? Continue.
So,
What's inside?
as Eiko, as you look inside, you have difficulty seeing through the crystal structure, but you think you might see a touch of movement on the inside. You proceed to take a candle that's lit and hold it on the other side of it as the light very softly illuminates through. It doesn't fully illuminate, but you get a bit easier sight. And what you see inside is some sort of ooze moving along the inside of this thing. But then all of a sudden, it will take a shape. Like you see what looks like to be a star, maybe. Then it goes back to liquid, cube, and it's shifting between different states.
Does it kind of look like ferrofluid in a little glass jar?
Sort of, kind of, but more gooey.
I'd least want to have like a hold on. I'm not gonna say anything, but this is Ayako's genuine reaction. Just like,
What the fuck?
I love that crystal. I really wish I had a crystal like that.
Now hold on.
it's moving inside.
I would like to also bring up the fact.
inside.
It's moving inside.
Well, that sounds like another issue for another day.
I would also like to bring up the fact that the ichor and the blood were all fine until mine touch it.
It was swirling around inside, taking the shape of some celestial-looking thing, and then swirling around again.
How interesting.
I say we lock it in a box and forget about it for a time.
Wait a minute.
Proceeds to drink
Find
some
out what's
more.
going on.
Nah, I'm a whole ass ready to like take care of this thing as a child. If it is living.
Estrella proceeds to take some of her, like, she begins to preen her feathers, and she has a small handful of feathers. If we're going to take care of it, it needs a nest.
Kane's gonna make a bowl of just parasite on his shoulder.
I'm gonna.
Estrella puts her feathers in
Jabba's-
the bowl, so
Um,
kind of pats it.
Okay, Jabba.
yes,
Jabba
Yes, Jabba?
reluctantly just like rips a chunk off of his own like fur and just like, here, have a blankie.
Michaeleen, being the
awesome.
barn of the thing, is going to continue drinking. Oh god, child support.
Kane's gonna reach over and pull out a tuft of Michaeleen's fur/hair. Just
Ow!
Okay. So does Ayako try attempt to put it in the nest that you guys made?
He's
on,
more
we
or
were being
less just
serious about
looking at it. He's still holding onto it with his mage hand, just looking like.
You know, maybe I shouldn't put it on my shoulder in a bowl. I'm gonna look inside of my bag, stomach of holding, and just be like, "Here, extra. I got a box."
I don't know what this is. I am scared now.
Yeah, we're gonna play my favorite game of fuck around and find out.
Mother is still in the room technically.
Oh
but
yeah.
simply, I have no clue what that could be, but knowing that Iker and magic wasn't shadow magic was involved, I would say potential.
Would
Great
Michaeleen's,
potential.
would Michaeleen's blood also be kind of magical?
Yeah, it is. Your blood is magical.
My
Okay.
blood's also magical. It's got lightning in it.
Along with that, along with Jawbones, and Estrella's as well. All of you
Because
collectively
mine was
have
the last little thing it needed to trick the fucking.
So we're looking
Question.
at
Well,
potentially a
no.
little griffin
Question.
with lightning
Question.
breath and proclivities towards druidness.
And shadows.
Well,
It's gonna be match and it's gonna be
Possibly,
Gub.
possibly it will also be semi-metallic.
okay, to put
With
simply, this item I will give a warning. Be careful with it.
Somebody break it right now.
Box. Ocean.
Don't break it. Don't break
No,
it.
we're not putting it in the ocean.
We're not going to put it in the ocean. Though I am going to warn all of you in advance. I might try to incubate it.
She gonna sit on it.
No,
It's
I won't.
mine. No.
Aiko
It's
proceeds.
not yours.
Aiko, do you
All of
proceed to
us.
try to stash it?
Hold on, wait. Do we?
If
want to take
Eiko
it?
takes care of the egg, he's gonna bury it in warm sand. If Estrella takes care of it, she's gonna sit on it and keep it
won't
warm
sit on
with her thickness.
She won't sit on it.
If
If it's
hold on.
boxed, then she will just plop.
No, put it in her titties like other like chicks normal do, just in the bra.
I'll put it in my titties.
Your tits are flat and cold, bitch.
No,
I'll
they're
wrap
muscular
it.
and
I'll
buff.
wrap it in
You're
furs,
cold-blooded.
in leather furs.
Fuck you.
But no, I literally did pull a small box out of my guts.
Okay.
So Estrella puts her
Box of
feathers in the
guts.
box, takes the chunks of fur and she lines and she makes nest for the crystal.
Just so baffled. I don't even understand if this is a form of life inside of this, if it's maybe a form of magic inside of this.
I think
Put it in the box.
The very scary shadow lady told us to be very careful with it.
She's not scary. What are you talking about?
I
He
think we
looks
made
back
a
over and basically just sees the Eye of God nebula standing in a black silhouette.
Right, not scary at all.
She's actually thick, according to
Abe-
Salt.
A-
The
Abe
mother
is
is
gonna-
thick.
Abe is gonna take the crystal and the box, put the crystal in the box, and he's going to stuff the whole box into his jacket.
Okay.
Sir,
Abe,
I don't know. Wait, you have pockets of holding. Never mind. I forget that.
Yep.
Abe, you touch the gemstone.
Yes.
You get a vision.
Okay.
I need everyone. Okay, I need mic quality and stuff to be the best everyone. So, Aiko, can you leave and rejoin real quick?
No.
He
you
says
still
no.
hear
We
me,
boot him
yeah.
anyways.
Okay. I collectively need everyone to be dead silent for this and stuff. I'm currently in the zone right
Mute
now.
up, people.
Hold up.
Abe, you're the only one that gets off a mic. Ike, for reactions. As you touch it, you get the briefest, flash of white light in your eyes. Then all of a sudden, you see a magnificent ship of some design flying overhead. Ed, flying forward. You see what looks like to be it accompanied by other small flying craft. You don't see. I just see it fly by. As you watch it go by, you see dark shadows and clouds in the distance as creatures and dark things proceed flying out. A fight ensues for a brief moment. Then all of a sudden, another flash of light. You see a figure standing over a field of dead bodies of various kinds, of elves, dwarves, beastmen, and then everything there. This figure is clad in unearthly silver armor with an unearthly design to it. It makes you think back to the pillar slightly, as you got another flash of light, as you see the 5 pillars, but more so just like visages of them. Just you almost see like the full continent of Volmerica ahead of you, and you see where the 5 pillars are, and they're just glowing. Then all of a sudden, back to your senses.
Abe? Abe? Abe!
How many
Hello?
Smacks him upside the head.
What did you see?
You kind of went
Quiet.
1,000-yard stare on us.
I'm going to assume he saw something either really magnificent or very horrifying, or a mixture of both. I'm very tempted now to hold this myself with my own claws. May I?
It's going to need a place to.
Abe's going to immediately put the crystal in the box and put it away.
You're none.
As everything happens, everyone collectively hands off. You guys do you do.
You saw something. We all got to try and touch this thing. See if we all see something.
I saw a flying fleet fighting an army of shadow. I saw a single man standing among a field of millions dead. And I saw the pillars almost like it was on a map light up.
That's prophetic. Let's go back to the ship.
I definitely need to run some tests.
Yes. How about we all sleep in the ship tonight?
I think that
Our
might be
items
best.
with it anyway.
I want to touch it.
Later, Kain. Later. Definitely when we're out of this tavern. I'll catch up with you guys, and Estrella heals the barkeep from all he's feeling and gives him a very large tip. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but your services were greatly appreciated.
Matt, you got your flashy thingy?
The barkeep doesn't even stand up. He just gives like a thumb up, proceeds to grab a bottle of
the strongest
absinthe.
liquor he has.
No, he just grabs
It's
a
just
green
like, look over here.
He proceeds just to grab a Okay, he proceeds just to grab a bottle of absinthe. You pull it out under the all of you clave here.
Oh wait, I can do that. Hold on.
Hell yeah.
Abe, is that
absinthe?
Damn, it was that bad. He needed
Yeah.
absinthe for all things.
There's a
Jesus.
bottle of absinthe.
Dude, absinthe is delicious.
It's also dangerous. You can die from drinking it.
Yeah.
And hallucinate.
shit?
So I call it.
Damn, I dealt some damage. Oh, he's
Wait,
gonna have some dreams.
Do you have absinthe?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a bottle of absinthe.
It's
Dude!
it's a smaller bottle, but it's absinthe.
Take a shot.
Wait, hold on. Question: Doesn't Marilyn Manson still sell absinthe? He makes his own absinthe, doesn't he? Still?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that dare herd. You might die and just
fuck yeah.
I'll take your entire stock.
Take my money.
Hallucinations are death. Let's go.
Patterson, fire a warning shot. Sir, this is an RPG. There's no such thing as a warning shot. Potato,
Two rotary grenade launcher. Potato, fire it, Patterson.
Give me 5 seconds, real quick.
Lieutenant, fire the warning shot. Sir, he's
Sir,
standing.
this is a road.
He's standing in front of the ammo reserves. Fire the warning shot.
Any who's. No, I'm gonna say all of you collectively. Abe, once you kind of came out of the thing, kind of almost in the back of your head subconsciously, and you shoot on a message, a call, a ride, essentially. And you guys step outside the door, and there's already a little hovercraft waiting for you guys.
With a
Hovercraft.
Noto clone.
Master, greetings. It is good to see you. You are looking well.
No, no. There's only one Noto. The rest are Oron.
Right, so this is an Oron.
Yeah.
They're like $65 on eBay. Some are in the 700s, but a lot of them-
Anyway, focus.
Abe is going to go straight up to the Odon.
Hold on.
And press a button on the back of its neck, which it kind of folds into the ship and just disappears. As a steering wheel pops out in its place. Are you all ready to go?
Well, I suppose.
Where are we going?
Don't believe I'll ever be coming back here again.
Wait, we still have our thing. Oh wait, the bar. Never mind. I was confused.
We're doing that in the morning.
Yeah. Right now, we're heading back to the ship to take a fucking nap.
I want to go take a nap with Captain with Eris.
To put
Well,
Uh,
I want to work out a little bit.
anyway.
Nap.
to put things simply, it is nighttime, and this is put this way. It's appropriate time to take a nap and sleep. The nightlife
I'm
of
taking a-
Yeah, so this is gonna count as a long rest. So everyone gets
Long
their
rest,
spells,
absolute. Everyone
gets
will
their
collectively
HP back up.
So everyone will collectively come back to the thing, and everyone rests. At least. So I'm gonna go through everyone, simply say your name, say your character's name. I want you to tell me what your character does. If you rest, just say you rest. As this is mainly just so we can get through everyone and focus on the main storyline thing. Okay.
Yeah,
So, I'm gonna-
Kain. Oh,
So, Kain, what you doing?
sleep.
Sleep. Thank you. Estrella.
Estrella is sleeping, but because she feels this innate urge to incubate, and she is unable to because she doesn't know where the box is, she takes one of her pillows and she hugs it close to her chest.
Ooh, get that. Jawbone.
Jawbone fills up a nice warm bath to relax, and he's just kind of like doing that thing where he's dipping himself until the water's here, and he's just like blowing bubbles.
He's just trying to forget what he saw today.
Yes.
Yeah, that-
Okay.
Bubble.
So,
bubble
And
bath.
Oron, anyway, and Oron does kind of walk in on you, Jawbone.
Ah. Anyway, that's what Jawbone's doing.
Okay. The Oron will proceed just to put a tiny little yellow duck in the water as it floats and walks out.
Aw, that's
For some reason, I see a barrel next to Jawbone's tub with a long straw.
a crazy straw.
Still, he took the barrel with him. He's still drinking. Jesus.
It's a crazy
That's-
straw.
He
No,
needs
no,
to
no.
forget what he saw.
No. He has two barrels. He has two barrels and stuff. One of ale, one of wine. He's blending the two.
Jesus.
Oh boy, that's
For-
never good. That never ends in bad.
Or mead, whatever. He's mixing two alcohols together while drinking. Anywho,
Jawbone's
That's
gonna wake up
Jawbone.
with a.
he's gonna sleep really good. That's Jawbone. Eiko, what you doing?
Eiko's gonna be in the library, or at least at some desk with a quill and ink, and he's starting to write out a letter.
Okay. Abe, what are you doing?
We're on the ship now.
Yes.
You have access to your full laboratory.
Abe is going straight to the lab and locking the door behind him. Also, if anyone pays keen attention, if they go anywhere near Abe's actual room, they will hear faint screaming.
Oh my goodness.
We still have that dude. You're just experimenting on. We should make him touch it.
No.
Wait, you have a guy from the pit?
Yeah.
Yes. You still have him.
Oh, we told him there's worse things than death.
And
that
Abe
being
is
Abe's
proving that to
experiments.
him.
So is Abe de-stressing right now?
He is actively torturing
No,
another
Abe's in his
person.
lab.
No, Abe's in his lab.
Abe just has passive torture going on.
Abe is in his lab. Right now, all anyone knows, and all I am willing to disclose at this moment,
It's
is
just
that
furry
from his
videos on a
personal
screen and his
cabin,
eyes are like
you
this.
can hear faint, very faint screaming.
Okay. From his
The dude's
primate.
just sitting there in a chair, his eyes peeled, just stuck watching the shit Salt would watch.
Yep.
Anyway.
And
Do I need to bring up the horse from episode 8? The horse.
The horse is here.
Horse?
Kira, the horse is here.
Huh?
Shut up.
What did I miss?
So
You missed that the horse is here.
everyone collectively wakes up or joins.
Well, you didn't
back
ask
up.
me what Michaeleen was doing.
Oh, my bad. I apologize. What is Michaeleen doing? My apologies.
Michaeleen he's making a few stops on the ship. First thing he's doing is he's going to his room and he's going to well, no, he wouldn't do it in his room. He's going to take the pot that he made with Milia out and he's going to take some of the dirt that he took with him from the garden into it, and he's going to take the apple that grew from Milia's stump, and
planting it.
yes, he is, and he's going to put his hand over top of it and just channel the magic from his tattoo through his left arm and down into the soil.
Okay. The soil is imbued with the magic that Melia gave you, and a bit of your own. You can see collectively a very thin layer of moss forms around your hand, and then when you lift, it seals over the top.
Michaeleen's going to leave that pot in a very safe location. What's the safest location on the bridge of the ship where the sun has access? Or is there like skylights in the? Are there skylights in the?
The greenhouse goes from like the floor below the deck up to the deck.
Okay, so
you can you can see the top of the greenhouse on the deck.
Michaeleen will put it in the greenhouse in the very center of it, and next he's going to take that branch that apple actually grew on, and he's going to take it over to Azzy, who I'm assuming is halfway done with his commission.
As you walk into Azzy's room, you see she's busy hammering at work, or at least, and you see that she has basically a piece of it looks like metal, but you know it's again the weird alloy that she uses.
That weird crystalline alloy.
Mm-hmm. As you see, it's like in the rough shape of a like not the complete rough shape, but it's put this way, it's at the point where the tang would be augmented or adjusted and stuff for a handle. So it's
about a foot and a half long dagger.
Yeah, about
like
a long.
It's like his inner forearm level dagger
But
from his index finger down to the crook of his elbow. That's how long the blade is.
the blade, not the
Oh
handle.
no, the
full knife.
The full knife goes from the tip of his middle finger to the
Okay.
middle of his forearm, and the rest going down from the middle of his forearm to the crook of his elbow will be the handle.
Okay,
So
that's reasonable. That's reasonable.
it's a long-ish dagger,
Yeah,
but
longish.
it doesn't classify as a short
Yeah.
arming sword.
So then, and she kind of sees you walk in. Oh, I was just about to start working on the tang. Something you need?
Something that I can give you, though.
He holds out the branch to her in both hands.
This was from Milia's tree directly.
Hmm,
I'd like for you to make the handle out of it.
I see.
How is it coming along?
It will be done soon, but again, Michaeleen, this dagger is full of hate. I would be careful using it.
I know.
Trust me, when he gets the full thing, I'm hoping that everyone's around to see the dagger itself when it is done.
I think this is a good place to hang up.
Yeah, it is getting on.
I second that. Yeah.
But this was very satisfying. We all got closer together.
Fun.
Okay, brief above board thing. I really wanted to put this way. A lot of progression has been made. I will say that at party wise, story wise, not as much.
You know, hold on,
But
time out.
I'm willing.
Maybe next session, instead of us doing an assessment in whatever room that is, maybe Eris could go with us on a little trip for a little bit. Not too far. Watch us kill something, and be fine.
Put it. Okay, what I was gonna have do was basically okay. What I was going to say to kind of move the plot along was basically each one of you is sent out. Basically, she says, okay, all of you as a group exercise, I didn't really get a chance to see what you could do. So I get a proper chance to see what everything can do. I'll give you a few options. You can either hunt something down, hunt something down and bring it back as proof. Oof. Do an exam with me. E again. Or she'd rouse off a third option.
May we have a duel?
Hunt.
Yes. As proceeded, everyone is collectively given a task of how you want to proceed. And I'm gonna say everyone collectively passes as is. So I'm gonna say in game, it takes a couple of days. About 4 days pass during this. And during said 4 days, Jawbone goes hunting. For his mission. By the way, Jawbone, during your full day hunting trip, you do travel out at these. But you do always tell, like during your hunt, you just always know some stuff. There's always one of the orders birds above head. Like way up head, just keep like above you at all times. When you slept, it was roosting above you. So yeah. But simply, you know you were being watched.
Hell yeah.
Someone's familiar or some kind of robotic drone, or what is it?
I wave
That's
at
one of the-
Birdie.
It's a clockwork bird.
Not a clockwork bird, put it this way. Again, it's more of like a small pterodactyl kind of looking thing.
So,
Someone's familiar.
No. Just a bird
fuck.
with magic.
Why can't I
painted
remember
on
what
it.
they're called?
Pterodons?
Bird.
No.
Pterosaur?
Hold on. I got this.
Dragonhawks.
Nope.
That reminds me, I do need to add that to my movie collection.
Miniature wyvern. Let's go with that.
Aztec, like fucking feathered serpent looking thing, that robot.
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl.
No. Nope. That's more snake-like.
A feathery snake. And it's certainly not a lindworm.
Oh, lindworm would be nasty.
Lindworms are fun.
Thank you all for joining us for this chapter after session of Relics. Thank you for all joining us for this session of Relics of the Past. I look forward in joining you all in this adventure once again. And please like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word of our adventures and tales to your friends. And please feel free to point out resources or things we can improve on to make the experience more enjoyable for you lot. But at the end of the day, I bid all of you a very fond farewell.